Welcome back. Day 8. Oh my goodness, we made it. Today is an awesome day. I'm really excited to record this video. We got a brand new mic and a brand new camera. I think the quality of this video is gonna jump major from the last video. So I'm really excited to record this one. I worked this morning only for a couple hours. Then I spent an hour driving up to Layton to meet with some buddies. So we got Landon, who's my closest friend from the mission, and his roommate as well as his dad. They are the ones that first spiked my interest in learning how to trade. So they're all really smart guys. They know what they're doing. They have their strategy. And so I'm so grateful to them teaching me what I'm supposed to do. So we all sat down for 3 hours looking at the charts, and they explained so much to me. So we're going to get into everything they explained, and we're going to summarize it in a very simple manner. So this is going to be a lot of information, and it's okay if you don't understand everything. If you want to go more in depth, I highly recommend TJR's videos. He does a really good job explaining it. He's a down-to-earth guy, and will make it very simple. So today we're going to focus on the power of 3. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. On top of that, I want to talk about a fair value gap and a reverse fair value gap. So let's jump into the power of 3. So let's take a look at this example here of the power of 3. So each power of 3 will consist of accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So in the accumulation section, we can see that the price of the stock is consolidating. When it moves into the manipulation section, it breaks through the support. The reason this section is called manipulation is because it can trick a lot of traders. As it breaks through the support, a lot of people will think it'll continue in that downtrend. This is where the big hedge funds and banks hunt liquidity. So right when people start to sell, the chart reverses direction into distribution. After it's done hunting liquidity, it breaks through the resistance and starts an uptrend, as you can see the higher highs and higher lows. So this is a fairly new concept to me as well, but I thought it was such a valuable tool. You can create entire strategies off of just the power of 3. If you can stay patient through the accumulation and the manipulation, you can buy in as the distribution begins and you'll make a profitable trade. Next, we can talk about some important indicators. These indicators will help us realize when a good opportunity to start a trade is. These indicators will help us decide when a good opportunity comes. So for right now, we'll talk about support, resistance, fair value gaps, and reverse fair value gaps. So first, we'll start with support and resistance. These are fairly easy concepts to understand. First, we can start with support. As we're looking through the charts, if we notice that it bounces off the same line continuously, that would be a strong support. And the reverse would be true with resistance. If it continues to hit its head on the ceiling, that would be the resistance. So this is a super simple example. With our support and resistance lines being drawn, we can see that it bounces off the support multiple times and it hits its head multiple times on the resistance. The reason this concept is so important is because if this continues and we see a breakout, this could be the start of the power of 3. So if we go back to the first image, we can see that the graph we just looked at would be the accumulation phase. And if it breaks out either through the resistance or the support, that could be considered the start of the manipulation phase. Then it could reverse direction, break out the other side, and cause the distribution phase. So those two concepts coincide with each other really well. And with these last topics that we're talking about, it'll tie it all together. Here we have an example of a fair value gap. The fair value gap is a 3 candle formation and is created between the 2 wicks of the outside candles. A reverse fair value gap is created when another fair value gap occurs in the opposite direction of the previous. So in this example, we had an uptrend and then a second one occurs during a downtrend, creating the reverse fair value gap. So those are all the topics I wanted to cover today. Such important concepts to understand and will help you in the long run. Really important indicators to help us understand when to make a good trade. We won't go into depth about that right now, but in future episodes, we can go into how we're implementing those into our strategies. All in all, a really awesome day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super excited to continue making this content, especially with the new equipment. Every single day we're striving for our goals and we're meeting them. Remember, focus on your input rather than your output. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 9.